are the team named Vaccinating Our Future. We are from Grupo CUAM Morelos, and we hope you like our TED Talk. Thank you. Okay, I want to ask you a question. Who of you were vaccinated as a kid? Well, if you weren't, this could have some consequences. But do not panic. In this talk, we are going to explain you some things about vaccination, some myths, possible consequences, illnesses, and some other important things that you need to know nowadays about vaccination. What we are going to do today is that we are going to show you what the research says about vaccination. What are they and the way they are used? The benefits and the most important factor to give you facts and true statistics.
First of all, what is a vaccine? Formally, a vaccine is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity to a particular disease. Okay, maybe you're wondering, what does this mean? It means that it activates our immune system, which protects our body against illnesses. We can resume it as a health method for our bodies. When foreign invaders, such as bacteria or viruses, enter the body, immune cells called lymphocytes respond by producing antibodies, which are protein molecules. These antibodies fight the invader, known as an antigen, and protect against further infection. A healthy individual can produce millions of antibodies a day, fighting infection so efficiently that people never even know they were exposed to an antigen. Vaccines are made of dead and weakened antigens. They can cause an infection, but the immune system still sees them as enemy and produces antibodies in response. After the threat has passed, many of the antibodies will break down, but immune cells called memory cells remain in the body. Vaccines also work on a community level. Some people can be vaccinated either because they are too young or because their immune systems are too weak. But if everyone around them is vaccinated, unvaccinated people are protected by something called herd immunity. In other words, they're unlikely to even come in contact with the disease, so they probably won't get sick. When it comes to vaccines, sometimes it can pay to follow the crowd. In 1974, Japan had successfully pertussis vaccination program, with nearly 80% of Japanese children vaccinated. That year, only 393 cases of pertussis were reported in the entire country, and there were no deaths from pertussis. But then rumors began to spread that pertussis vaccination was no longer needed and the vaccine was not safe. And that by 1976, only 10% of infants were getting vaccinated. In 1979, Japan suffered a major pertussis epidemic, with more than 13,000 cases of whooping cough and 41 deaths. In 1981, the government began vaccinating with a cellular pertussis vaccine, and the number of pertussis cases dropped again. So what if we stop vaccinating? So what will happen if we stop vaccinating here? Diseases that are almost unknown will stage a comeback. Before long, we will see epidemics of diseases that are nearly under control today. More children will get sick and more will die. We vaccinate to protect our future. We don't vaccinate just to protect our children. We also vaccinate to protect our grandchildren and their grandchildren. With one disease, smallpox, we stop the leak in the boat by eradicating the disease. Our children don't have to get smallpox shots anymore because the diseases no longer exist. Smallpox is now only a memory. And if we keep vaccinating against other diseases, the same will someday be true for them too. Vaccinations are one of the best ways to put an end to the serious effects of certain diseases.
So, our journey now is to see the grace of this whole issue as an educational process, and not just to visualize the destination, but also the whole journey. Our intention is to purely inform, yet in a proper manner. However, we don't want you just save this data for yourself. Give it away, share it with people, because the people who can use it the most are the ones who are planning to have families. In other words, our future generations. And even if having descendants is not your plan right now, it is important to learn from this talk and to teach from what you learn. We hope you have changed your view about vaccinations. Thank you.